I have some rather interesting news for you regarding the Oculus Rift, and it's definitely spells something interesting for the future of the virtual reality headset. As Oculus announced today a new early access platform for developers who are creating virtual reality games and apps that want community feedback while their projects are being created. So, Oculus Concepts has been added to the Oculus Store and does take a leaf from the book of Steam's early access program. And Concepts will let developers distribute experimental applications and games to whoever is interested in trying out some VR development that of course is very much still being worked on. Now, Oculus have basically said that they recognise that many of the best VR experiences available right now were heavily influenced by community feedback from getting them out into the wild and of course changing the game based upon that feedback. And Oculus is hoping that developers will see Concepts as a catalyst to help define the future of what VR entertainment can be. And they themselves had this to say, quote, "Concepts is also a great way to discover content that's on the bleeding edge of VR development. You can download and purchase apps in the new Concepts section of the Oculus Store. Many of the best VR games on the Oculus platform were heavily influenced by getting out to the community early. We hope Concepts helps developers continue to take risks, share ideas early and define the future of VR gaming and entertainment. We look forward to your feedback as we continue to add new features to Concepts in the coming months." Now, of course, one thing we're all thinking is I sure hope they have better quality control than Steam does, and they probably will. There is a rather lengthy document if you want to submit your app or game, and I'll link the blog in the description below this video. It has all of this information there if you're interested. I doubt you will be unless you're a developer yourself, but it's there if you want to read it. Now, of course, whether or not we'll see the same problem that Steam has had with their early access, well, that remains to be seen. Of course, this isn't out yet, and I would imagine that they'll have a similar system to Steam, that if you pay for an early access game, you get the full version, and there might even be some free games on there. So basically, you play a demo of something still being worked on, and then you give feedback to the developer, and then of course we get better VR experiences. And this is something that is pretty important for VR, because VR in itself is going to be really, really new, and of course developers are going to be learning not only the hardware, how to best make use of the power under the hood, but also working with a whole new way of developing for VR. So the more feedback they get, the better they can understand, and the better games we can get out the end of it. So it sounds very promising. I just really hope they got proper quality control in mind. I would love to hear your thoughts rather. Thank you very much for watching.